Hello and welcome to our podcast. Today we're going to be talking about whether the earth is flat or if it's round.
I personally believe the earth is flat.
I think the earth is round because...
Shut up! The earth is flat!
Why are you bullying me?
Because the earth is flat. And I believe this because if the earth was round and you were driving across the top of the earth and around the sides and to the bottom, you just fall off. The earth is flat because you can drive across it all and fall off. It's flat.
If that was the case and the center of gravity was a thing, if you got closer to the edge, you would be pulled towards the center, making it like you're going up a slope all the time.
But how come we don't feel like we're going up a slope the entire time?
Because it's an equal distance of gravity from each point because it's a globe.
It's not a globe. The earth is flat. And I say this because water stays on the earth. Water, is it affected by gravity? No, it's not. You can't say that it is because I already said that it's not. Water is not affected by gravity. Water also isn't wet, but that's a point we'll cover later. Water would just fall off and we'd have no oceans, but we have oceans. Why do we have oceans, Jeshua? It's because the earth is flat.
What? Well, first of all, everything is affected by gravity. And second of all, rain also exists, so that keeps water and oceans at a maximum and a minimum.
But then how come if the earth is round, then how come there's no rain in space? Because obviously there'd be rain going around the earth and falling into space, but because it's flat, it all falls on the surface of the planet, which is flat.
Rain doesn't come from one direction, it comes from every direction.
Why?
And
how?
because that's how the atmosphere works.
And what's the atmosphere, huh?
It's
flat too.
It's a thin layer. Well, it comes from thin to thick, and then there's space, but clouds are underneath or in the atmosphere, making rain fall from the bottom because it's affected by gravity.
But then, if the earth was round, how come objects are flat? And as we know them now, instead of curved to fit the curvature of the planet. Explain that, Jeshua.
The curvature of the planet is so broad and large that if you stand on top of Mount Everest or a mountain that has a really flat area, you'll just see the slightest curve of the horizon, so it's not super noticeable.
And here's my second point. If this gravity exists, how come there are mountains? Because obviously the mountains would be pulled down by the gravity, but if the earth was flat, there'd be no way that they would fall.
But they wouldn't fall because they are affected by gravity.
But then wouldn't they be flat, not mountains?
No, because that's how terrain works.
Jeshua, the earth is flat, and you know it. All the viewers know it.
No.
I know it.
But gravity exists.
Everyone in the hall knows it.
What?
Jeshua, the earth is flat.
The earth is a globe.
And how do you know this?
Because on Twitter there was a post where the flat earth people were saying that everybody across the globe should believe that the earth is flat. So they admit that the earth is a globe.
But no, that's just the English language putting definitions on what we know is wrong.
But why would the government lie to us?
The government lied to us about the moon landing.
No, they didn't.
The moon landing wasn't real.
How do you
Global
know that?
warming isn't real. The earth is flat.
What if the earth isn't real?
And that ends our podcast. See you another time. Bloopers.
Hi, welcome to our...
Jeshua, if the earth is round, how come mountains exist?
Because...
The earth is flat! So Jeshua, why do mountains exist then?
It's like an earth pot belly.
That ends our globe.
Oh my god. That's so
Was I not supposed to say that?
Oh my god, no, you don't know the earth is flat, my boy.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next.
My dude.
Next.
When you stutter.